Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Miss Bo again. So today we're going to talk about the weird situation Republicans find themselves in. How it's actually pretty similar to another recent political dynamic that was race-altering. Lately, the Democratic Party has been calling Republican policies and candidates weird. Simply weird. At first glance, it seems like a mild and kind of silly line of political rhetoric. However, it creates a dynamic we just saw the conclusion of. After Biden's poor debate performance, the media piled on to the idea that the performance meant it was time for him to go, that he was unfit. Once the perception was planted, any move he made, any mistake in speaking, was seen as further evidence that he was slipping, regardless of whether it was. Both Trump and Biden could make the same mistake, say, using the wrong name for a person. But the seed was planted about Biden, so the perception stuck. Weirdly enough, Republicans being called weird is having the same effect. The more they react, the more the perception sticks. The more they try to defend their policies as not weird, the more the American people hear the policies through fresh ears and realize many of the statements and rhetoric coming from the Republican side of the aisle are outside the norm of the way most Americans think, making the ideas, for lack of a better word, well, weird. Much of the Republican Party's rhetoric, and this is true of politics across the world, is boiled down to talking points, simple, quick statements that are repeated often enough to be accepted without critical thought. The second that talking point is examined, it often falls apart. People wonder the obvious question behind the talking points. Why wouldn't we need to vote again in 4 years? Why are they saying they don't want a nationwide ban when they've worked decades to achieve one and seem to be trying to implement it everywhere they have the power? Why can't people without children be invested in the country's future exactly? The Republican Party has taken a cue from Trump and refuses to acknowledge mistakes. So as they double down on the rhetoric, the explanations become more and more, well, weird. Much like the situation the Democratic Party found itself in, the only way to shake the label is to make a large change. And if there's one thing we know about the Republican Party, it's that they are completely open to change. Yeah, so that seems unlikely. In fact, if they did it, that would be weird. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.